My name is William and I am the founder of I Am William. Last week we got an opportunity to sit down with Khetang M, the musical genius. And this week we have an opportunity to sit down with TJ Manyaka. He is the founder and CEO of Mindset Revamp. He played a major role in Pretoria with one of his programs, which is Coffee Network Sessions, whereby young people, young people would come and just sit down and just share a word of God together so that they can grow in their business and in their personal lives. So today we have an opportunity to sit down with him and just hear what inspires him, what goes on in his mind when he thinks about young people. So, Mr. Manyaka, welcome to our Inspired TV. How are you feeling today?
Good yourselves.
I'm great, thank you. There are so many people, let's be honest, okay? There are so many people out there that do not know you. So people are sitting here and they're asking themselves what's so special with you that they need to sit down and just look at this whole video. So if you were to briefly introduce yourself and tell us about yourself for just a minute, who would you say TJ is? Where are you from? What makes you special? What sparks something great in you?
My name is TJ Manyaka. I was raised in Mamelodi West in Pretoria, raised by a single, vibrant mother. Yeah, man, I have four. Actually, I'm the firstborn, followed by five, siblings. So you can imagine. So yeah, that's just basically who I am. Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about your academia, your educational background. What did you study?
Yeah, with my academia, it's a bit complex in a way. Because of different passions that I have, because I studied nature conservation because of my passion for nature, and then after that I saw that nature conservation wasn't really the path that I wanted to really go into. Then I went and studied theology, basically because I had a calling upon my life, so I needed to just sharpen that calling. Then now I'm doing my B.Psych degree, bachelor in psychology.
Yeah. And how's the psychology part going? I'm guessing because you're a motivational speaker. So
I don't think it's because I'm the motivational speaker. It's just the whole thing of passion for people. Psychology, I'm not really studying it because of I want to be on a platform and speak, but for me it's more of that one-on-one, encounter, with the dilemmas that we have in our churches, especially local churches. In our local churches, we do not have psychologists at all, or good Christian psychologists. You would have your like, for a lack of a better word, your formal psychologists who would use methods that I don't think that are relevant in our Christian values. So that is why I'm going for the whole psychology thing, to make it not actually to make psychology relevant in the church, but to make counseling relevant in the church. Because yes, you can pray for somebody and that's good. We can fast and pray for people, but that's good. But people need people, that they can listen to, and use appropriate approaches in regards to counseling a person and moving them, from Mara to Elim, if I may put it that way. From the place of bitterness to the place of repression.
Okay, that's powerful. But I'm thinking, as you were talking, being a pastor, I get to sit around with other pastors and get a feel of what they think about motivational speakers or people that just come into the picture at church or speaking live to their congregation. So they only speak about motivational speakers not being God sent, because sometimes you find that motivational speakers say that God will never kick to you a blessing. God will never, you need to stand up and work for it. You've been praying for those things. So they get to be uneasy. So what is your idea? Being a pastor, being a theologian, and being a psychologist as well. So how do you find a link you know, to when it comes to sharing the word and motivating people, how do you find a balance so that people can be able to be comfortable when you are sharing the word of God or motivating them?
I don't think, man, I don't see anything wrong with motivational speakers. You know, we all have a part to play in the body of Christ.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I think it's Barnabas. You know, Barnabas simply means the son of encouragement, right? You know, so there's a reason why he was named Barnabas. You know, because of the influence that he had in the church with regards to how he was encouraging the brothers. You know. So for me, I don't really see anything wrong. Just to highlight on the whole thing of motivation and pastors being uncomfortable with motivational speakers. But I wouldn't really refer to myself as a motivational speaker. Just to correct the whole thing. I refer to myself as a transformational speaker. Not actually a motivational speaker.
Sort of like a coach or some sort.
Yes. Just to put it that way, yes. Maybe that's the correct way of using it. Just to coaching people, you know, because motivational speaking is all about, you know, inspiring people, just igniting that thing that is already in there, but not really giving the guideline in how to get to how, you know, or get to how can I put this? Get to the place where you you inspired. Let me just make an example with you. You inspired. Wow, I want to start this business. Wow, you're inspired by this motivational speaker. But the motivational speaker does not give you the guidelines. You know, so somehow you have to figure it out, and then it leaves you, you know, with frustration.
Yeah.
So where a transformational speaker inspires you, after inspires you, says, okay, since you're feeling the way that you're feeling, or experiencing the way that you're experiencing, how do we then move you from here to getting to what you're experiencing,
to my destiny or to my goal?
Yeah.
And that is imperative, because that's basically what we as pastors preach. Because the main aim is to make people realize that they are more than what they think they are. And Paul speaks about it, I think in Romans, that you are more than conquerors. And I think that's actually basically a Greek philosophy. He was a man who studied a lot, so there was basically a Greek philosophy saying that you can become greater, you can become more than you think. It says that he placed a God, you know, that you can do more, you know, you can become more, you are more than a conqueror.
Like people get uncomfortable with the whole thing that there's no God in it, you know, but there actually is God in it. You know, and just to play with words, you know, I always ask a lot of people, and maybe let me just be specific. A lot of pastor friends of mine, I would ask them, especially those who are against, you know, motivational speakers, and I would ask them, so what is motivation?
Okay.
You know, what is motivation?
Basically inspiring someone to do something.
Then I'm like, then what is inspiration? You get what I mean? And then now the word is inspiration, or the word motivation, we get it in the Bible, in the book of in the book of Genesis, when God spoke life. I think it's the Roha word. You know, that putting life into something that was dead. You know, so that's what motivational speakers are doing.
Okay.
You know, just putting life, and I'm not saying like literally life, but hope. If I may put it that way, you know, so we gotta look at it in that way. And I know there's just certain approaches, maybe motivational speakers that are using, that maybe the church is sensitive to, that don't touch that, don't touch that, because they can be, you know, very direct at times.
Okay, it's very interesting. So my follow-up question is this: how does one become a motivational speaker, or a youth coach, or a transformational somebody? How does one become? Because I'm sure, is there an academic way of going through things, you know?
There is an academic way of doing that, but with most of people, it's all about
the passion that they have for
people,
others.
You know, the passion of wanting to seek change in other people. You know, and yes, for others about money, which is it's a subject for another day, because you know the same thing can happen to any profession or any calling. You know, but that's a subject for another day. But just to highlight that some, yes, they do go to school for it to sharpen their skills and stuff like that, but others, due to their workspaces, or how they interact with people, they come to a point where it's like, oh man, I'm really good at this, or somebody commending them and saying that, man, you're really good at this, why don't you go and motivate people, and because you helped me to move from here to here. So yeah.
No, that's interesting, because I want to ask now, what inspired the whole idea of mindset? What is mindset revamp? Just briefly, so because we're going to session number 2 now, and we want to find out what you actually do. Okay, so what is this mindset revamp, and where did it start? Because I know in Pretoria, people responded very well to it. Yeah, so it had a following. Now you relocated to Cape Town. I don't know how it's doing that side. So now I just want to know, what is mindset revamp and what inspires that? Just quickly before we go to the second session.
Mindset revamp started in 2014. I was praying and just asking God that, God, how can we challenge our young people? What needs to be there? I mean, we're praying, we're going to camps, we're doing this, we're doing that. The church is doing everything that they can do, to influence or add value in young people's lives. But but it seems like young people are always complaining, and not only in the church, but also in the communities and stuff. The government, this, that. They always finding something to blame. And one night, as I was praying, God said the problem is not the government. The problem is not precisely the church. The problem is not that we have lack of resources. The problem is the mindset. And then he referred me to this verse that says that be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Mindset revamp. So for us to experience transformation, there's certain things that we need to rethink, in our spiritual life, in our, personal life, in our, just in every aspect of our life. That's how mindset revamp, was born. And I started working on material in terms of that. Lord, how can we then change, the mindset or challenge the mindset of young people? And I came across this word, conventional thinking. We in our communities, we set up in a way that we think the same. We see wrong in everything. We see faults in everyone. And we do not support each other. Because of how our mindset is set up, how we were brought up, how we were, so those communication ills, they need to be, challenged. And how do you challenge them? With the mindset, be renewed. Transformation, we will experience transformation in our lives, in our communities, when we first challenge.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Manyaka. But he's still here. Please don't leave. We're going to the second session. Enjoy the ads. If you have forgotten, please remember to support PN Gladla with her first performance on the 18th of May. The ticket will be 50 Rand and the performance will be hosted at IAG Cornerstone. Tepo N Music has partnered with IAG Gauteng District. If you are interested in developing your music skill, make sure to contact 078 329 7402. Make sure that you are early so that you can attend your theory classes and your practical classes. Make sure that you support I Am William organization by purchasing your own copy written by William Seitshiro. Go on Play Store and search for William Seitshiro, or click on books and search for William Seitshiro, and you will find his own collection. Supporting us would mean that more shows and more interviews and more of making a difference in the society. Okay, welcome to our second session. We're still sitting here with Mr. TJ Manyaka, the founder of Mindset Revamp. So, Mr. Manyaka, before the ad break, I said we spoke about Cape Town for just a second, and you didn't come back to me about that. So, tell us more about Mindset Revamp, how it took you outside of Gauteng, and how you're experiencing greater growth in Mindset Revamp. And tell us more about the partners that you have or you are looking for, and the following that you have, so that people out there can understand what you are doing, so we can follow you.
With regards to the shift, it's not precisely with mindset, revamp, but I took a job in Cape Town, seeing how mindset as well can influence the job that I was offered, or that I took there. So I did not look at my job as just going there and leaving everything behind, but I took also the whole concept of mindset revamp there, how it can make the bigger impact at the workplace that I was given, and also the community at large,
the Western Cape.
In the Western Cape, so we still continuing with one of the well-known projects here in Pretoria. We're still continuing there with the Coffee Network sessions, where we just gather young professions to just come up with a topic, maybe healing the masculine soul, or healing the feminine soul, or how do we move from faithful to fruitful? How do we move from where we are to getting to making our dreams a reality? So it's just a 1 hour power session that we have. I just share a 10-minute slot where we had a speaker coming just to say 10 minutes, just a 10-minute pitching, and after that it's question and just not actually question and answers, but it's just the whole thing of the sharpening. And we then speak about our challenges in our careers, challenges in our personal life, and how can we help each other in regards to that. So yeah.
Okay, so what other programs do you offer? Because I know that on Wednesdays you have this theme-centered thing that you have, whereby you would be sharing something, maybe a power something to people, so you can inspire them.
Yeah.
So what else do you have? What else can you tell us about that Wednesday theme-centered thing that you do?
Yeah, with that one we've cancelled. We've paused it for a while, because there's a production that actually a media production that actually approached me that they want to do a formal presentation of the series that I do, to make a professional.
So it's growing even bigger.
Yes, to do that whole.
So it hasn't been cancelled. It has been paused because now he's been approached by a company. So you're growing bigger in this.
Growing bigger in this. So they love the content. They're following actually the page and seeing what I'm posting there. And how Mindset Revamp is just influencing the platform there. And we're not even 500 people there on that page, but the people that are there and the impact that it's making on people there, it's beautiful.
I know that you are an author. So now, where can we find your book? Tell us about your book.
We're still working on the book online with the Amazon actually.
Okay.
So it will be released end of March. So on Amazon. So after March, you'll be finding the book on Amazon. You can purchase it on Amazon.
Okay.
So details again will be on my page. It's TJ Manyaka, or at TJ Manyaka in any social media like Instagram and all of those things. And the details will follow on that. And also on the Mindset Revamp page, I also update my followers on that with regards to the book, and we also have exciting news in the upcoming book. It's done, going through the process of editing and also going to be publicized very soon.
Interesting. But I want to know, how does that add value to the idea of mindset revamp? Is it going together, or is it something that is external but still is a driving force?
It's not external. I think it's just one thing. You can't separate the two, because at the end of the day it's all about impacting people, and writing goes to impact people. We've started Mindset Revamp to impact people. So they're both intertwined, so they're both complementary. So you can't separate the other one from the other one and say, no, the books is going to focus on this, no, this is going to focus on this, no. Both of them are intertwined. So we as Mindset Revamp, we believe in empowering people. So if it's writing books, or if it's authors like you who's writing books as well, we would want to partner with you and say, hey, can you give us your details on how we can expose your book? Because of how your book is relevant to also, the vision and the mission that we have as Mindset with them. So it's because at the end of the day, it's all about challenging, conventional thinking in any faculty of life.
Last week we went to Gentleman's Lunch. So there was a man there who spoke about starting small, and it was powerful for me, because now it ministered to my heart to a certain extent, because now when we start small and we build upon that, we end up building an empire, even though now it looks too small and it looks like nothing is happening. So now our main aim with Inspire TV is that we want to get people supporting our own people from the township. We want to get people supporting people from whether black or white, it doesn't matter. So our main aim is that. So what is it that you would want? We know that we need following. Everyone needs a following. So what is it that you need in your organization for it to grow even bigger?
No, we need partners, man. We need people who carry the same, not the same vision really, but people who complement, our vision and mission. So if there's any organization, for instance, if there's an organization like the media production that has, approached us, to make a bigger impact in our communities, then we want to partner with people like that. That if we have authors, if we have writers, if we have poets, because we have workshops that we, want such people to come and, put, their input or share a platform, with us. We're gonna be having, conferences, as well, or maybe for just the lack of a better word, motivational, talks. Motivational talks, where we just gather young people from different, backgrounds, and also having young people. And not actually young people, young professions coming together, having the others coming together, just creating this hub of, of sharpening each other with different, ages, different backgrounds and different cultures.
And that's powerful. So what is it that you are doing the next 6 months or the whole year? What do you have in store, like workshops and
Oh man, it's a lot, man. It's a lot that I'm doing this year. I'm recording an audio CD called the Igniting Greatness series. Where I will, be just motivating people from my different materials, like the books and all of those things. But in this way, I'll be speaking, rather than a person just reading. So I'm just gonna take different resources that have really changed people, or organizations that called me and say that, TJ, we need you to come and speak on this subject, and a bunch of people loved it. I want to take that and voice it out rather than just a person,
so you can reach out to a wider.
So I'll be doing workshops, and dates will be confirmed. I will be, doing the tour of the single swim book. I'll be doing the tour as well of the new book. We started, in the Western Cape, the single swim, mentorship program with the book of single swim.
Okay.
So we are busy with 2 schools now where we're doing a single swim mentorship program.
Okay.
Where for 6 months, where we will engage in the book. We use a single swim book to mentor, young people in these 2 schools, these two high schools, but where we actually mixed it with entrepreneurship, so because we're gonna also teach them entrepreneurial skills, with regards to that, and working with different companies to add value in these 2 high schools.
Okay. Thank you so much. But just before we go to the ad break and third session, can you just tell us where can people find all this information when you publish it? Can you just tell us what is your page, if they can follow,
Again, my page it's TJ Manyaka on Facebook and Instagram at TJ Manyaka. On LinkedIn, TJ Manyaka. As well, WordPress, TJ Manyaka, and then on Facebook we actually have the Mindset Revamp page. Make sure that you follow, you share. There's good content that is coming, your way, and I believe that is gonna love it. It's gonna change your life. It's gonna, just move you from just
ignite greatness.
Yeah, it just ignite greatness in you. And I love this phrase, moving one individual from faithful to fruitful. And you will understand once you just start following the page and just familiarizing yourself with the content, because that's just what we want, igniting greatness.
Thank you so much. Please stay tuned in. We are coming back in third session. Thank you so much. Welcome to our third session. We're still sitting with TJ Manyaka, the founder of Mindset Revamp. Okay, Mr. TJ, there are so many young businessmen. There are so many engineers out there that want to do something with their lives. There are so many musicians that are sitting at home and they don't know what to do. If you were to inspire them, what is a quick sort of nugget that you would say to them that would make them arise and do something better with their lives?
Well, for me, it's just these 3 powerful words. Never give up.
Never give up.
Never give up. A lot of us, we look at these 3 words and it is cliche to some of us, but never give up. It has one word that is related to it, and that is consistency. And another word as well is persistent. Just being persistent. It's not about life will beat you up. We'll make mistakes. We'll fail. Somewhere in life, but you get up and you keep moving forward. Somehow in our careers, in our personal lives, our personal journeys, we fall down, but we get up. We fall down, we get up. That's it. That's the whole encouragement that I will give to young people out there. Never give up.
Powerful speech. In our second session, you shared about your plans this year and what you are doing. So I just want quickly, so that people can be able to find you. It's important, so that people, when they need motivation, people when they need to do something with their lives, maybe you said something that sparked an interest in their lives. So how can they find you? Like Facebook? Tell us about Mindset Revamp Facebook. Is it there? Is it established?
It is there. It is established. It's Mindset Revamp. You can just search on your Facebook page, and that's it. It's only on Facebook page. We don't have it on Instagram or anything else. But if you want to follow me in any social media. You know, it's maybe on Instagram, it's at TJ Manyaka, no Twitter. On Facebook, it's TJ Manyaka. WordPress, TJ Manyaka. So everywhere that you go, like every social media that you want to encounter, like you want to engage with, it's just TJ Manyaka.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Manyaka. And I hope that everything goes well with you. I hope that you become a blessing to people and God gets to pour out more of himself in your life. Join us next week again, and I thank you for being a faithful person. Can you just tell your friends to just subscribe on our YouTube? Invite them to just hit the subscribe button, invite them to hit our like button on our Facebook page, and yeah, let's grow together and let's make a difference together. Thank you so much. See you next week.